Hey, I'm Jeremy.
I'm Caleb.
I'm Cheyenne.
I'm Sabrina.
And we're the little engineers that could. Our goal was to design and construct a user-friendly and entertaining arcade game. First of all, we had to brainstorm what kind of game it would be before we could effectively design anything, since form follows function. The game needed to be within the 2 foot by 3 foot by 2 foot dimensional constraints and the $40 budget, and include 4 power source mechanisms.
We drafted and compared basic gameplay aspects, including user versus game or multiplayer format, skee-ball style aim and shoot or trap avoidance, timed versus indefinite play, and how to incorporate an engaging theme. As we began the construction planning process, we researched different popular arcade games and past FEDD projects to serve as inspiration for the construction of launch mechanisms, ball control, and trick shots. We knew it needed to be challenging but playable, something you could develop the skill for so players would want to keep coming back for more rounds. We then had to make decisions about materials based on our $40 budget, which involved a lot of prioritizing and discount hunting. We finally decided on a pinball skee-ball hybrid built around the theme of the popular iPhone game Angry Birds. This was the basis for the initial launch of the ball using a catapult, which we later changed to a spring launch.
During the construction and testing phase, we had to adjust the size of the game, the incline, and dimensions of the game board. The amount of force provided by the structure of the flippers, as well as aim fidelity.
We also had to test the ball to make sure it wouldn't absorb too much of the force from the flippers, ensure that the plungers would not get caught under the flippers.
We learned a lot about flexibility during the design implementation process. Upon testing our first launch prototype, we realized the elastic energy of the spring was not providing sufficient force to land the ball on our target, and the trigger was not stable enough to keep the aim straight. So we changed the design from a catapult to a spring launch, and added a hot glue component and guide rails. The key is not to panic when a prototype doesn't function, and be prepared to completely change a design if need be.
One of the major challenges we faced was budget. If we could do it all again, we definitely would have opted for cheaper base materials so that we could add an electronic interactive component. Originally, we wanted to include either a mushroom bumper, which is a pressure-sensitive solenoid that acts as an automatic bumper, or a moving target consisting of a small 3V motor, but ended up not having enough in our budget for both mechanisms and their power sources.
First, use the spring mechanism to launch your Angry Bird into battle. Try to land it in the target for bonus points. If it makes it in, it will fall through a tunnel in the bottom and onto the game board. The goal is to use the flippers at the bottom of the inclined game board to direct the ball away from drains and into target nests. Landing in a trick lane also earns bonus points.
On FEDD Day, we faced a minor technical issue with our catapult mechanism. While transporting the game to the command center, a piece of the catapult broke and we were forced to make last-second repairs in order for a game to function. Fortunately, we were able to make the repair in a timely manner and had the catapult working again in time for the presentation. You always have to be prepared for the worst.
While our project didn't win any prizes, it ended up functioning well and it was a rewarding experience. The kids saw the Angry Birds theme and appeared to really enjoy using the launcher we built. A couple even managed to get in the more difficult targets. Seeing the smiles on their faces as they played our project made all of our hard work worth it.
Our advice for next year's freshmen is that all the materials you're considering using, along with the prices, should be thoroughly researched and compared long before any procurement. And make sure you allocate enough time for testing the games yourself, so that you know it plays consistently and enjoyably, giving you enough time to comfortably make any changes. Plan for contingencies, running out of paint, handles breaking, or glue not drying fast enough, and have the time, materials, or budget available until the last minute. Get creative, you want to make your game memorable.
We all appreciated the experience of working outside our comfort zones, learning about woodworking and a bit of mechanical design, and working with people we didn't know. We also gained a lot of experience with coordination and time management, since we all live in different parts of campus and have different schedules. We ended up developing a bit of a tag team mechanism for times when our schedules really didn't match up, and also figured out how to effectively divide tasks based on the strengths and weaknesses of each member. Learning to make group decisions and collaborate effectively, such as using communication skills or maintaining a high level of productiveness and focus during each meeting, definitely help prepare us for the kind of environment in which we can expect to work. These skills will be useful for the rest of our time as engineering students, and most importantly, in our careers.